Order in the court. The Baby Lover 69. You stand accused of claiming a player is one shot when they were in fact not one shot. How do you plead? Seriously? Not guilty. Your Honor, if I may, I would like to present Exhibit A to the court. Very well, let us see it. Oh my God. I rest my case. Does the defense have any evidence of their own? Well, no, but he probably played it up before he got there. That's the oldest excuse in the book. Has the jury come to a decision? Yeah, we're going with that? Okay. We have, Your Honor. For the crime of deception against a friendly player, we find the defendant guilty. Oh, come on! Very well. The Baby Lover 69, I'm sentencing you to 5 years in the gulag. Bail will be set at 10 million COD points. Adjourned. Are you sure? Just calm down. We got this. Order in the court. Sheesh Master 420. You stand accused of stealing an armor satchel earned by your teammate through the elimination of an enemy player. How do you plead? My client is not guilty, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have undeniable proof that Sheesh Master did indeed steal the satchel. Very well, let us see it. Here is an image taken directly before the incident. Notice the satchel. And here is an image taken directly after I went to finish the enemy's teammate. Is there something funny? We're still forgetting one very simple fact. This was a trios game. No, you're not saying. And if we zoom into that photo, we can see none other than Combat Wombat 37 fleeing the scene of the crime. What? I didn't take anything. Then drop your plates. Oh, and all of them at once. I rest my case. Sheesh Master, you're free to go. But Combat Wombat 37, for the crime of theft in the first degree, I'm sentencing you to immediate execution in order to retrieve the satchel. Adjourned. Just let me do all the talking, alright? Order in the court. Kinda sus 25. You stand accused of stealing the kill of a friendly player. How do you plead? My client is not guilty, Your Honor. Not guilty? I have video proof of Kinda sus performing the act. That's a very strong claim. Please show it to the court. Gladly. I rest my case. But I asked the court, can one truly steal a kill? What exactly are you suggesting? The act of theft implies that the kill had to belong to you in the first place. But if you hadn't yet possessed it, and made no claims to it before firing, how can you say that it was stolen? Surely the very paradoxical nature of such a statement nullifies its gravity in the court of law. What? You bring up a very interesting point. Has the jury come to a decision? We have, Your Honor. For the crime of kill theft in the first degree, we find the defendant not guilty. Very well. Kinda sus 25. All charges have been dropped. You're free to go. Adjourned. But don't worry. He's got nothing. Order in the court. Oh, we'll see who's got nothing. Who's Candace 45? You stand accused of stealing the dead silence of a friendly player after the purchase of a loadout. How do you plead? My client is not guilty, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have some compelling images that tell a very different story. Very well. Please show them to the court. Here is an image taken directly after I purchased the loadout. The dead silence, clear as day. And here's an image taken right after I grabbed my weapon. Objection! There's no definitive proof that my client is the one who stole the dead silence. I thought you might say that. What? That's why immediately after the crime took place, I intentionally pushed a team on my own, knowing I would die, just so I could spectate who's Candace to get this screenshot. Does the defense have any evidence of an earlier acquisition of a dead silence? No, Your Honor. Then you leave me no choice. Who's Candace 45? For the crime of field upgrade theft in the first degree, I'm sentencing you to 10 years in the gulag. Bail will be set at 50 million COD points. Adjourned. Relax, there's no evidence on you. We can't lose. Order in the court? Great. Bring him in. Stepsis 22.
What are you doing?
You stand accused of looting while your teammate was pushed by an enemy squad. How do you plead? My client is not guilty, Your Honor. He simply couldn't make it in time to help. Your Honor, I've just been informed that a convicted witness has agreed to testify against Stepsis 22 for a reduced sentence. Very well. Please bring him in. I present the Baby Lover 69 to the court. Initially convicted for falsely claiming a player was one shot, the Baby Lover wishes to share a new perspective on this incident which occurred in the same game. The Baby Lover, what were you doing at the time of the incident? I was spectating Stepsis 22. And is it true that Stepsis 22 was looting chests while his teammate was begging for help? It is. Objection, Your Honor. Are we supposed to simply trust the word of a convicted felon who would say anything for a reduced sentence? No, you shouldn't. That's why I brought this USB drive containing a recording I took during the incident which will back up my claims. I thought you destroyed all the evidence. I did. You've piqued my interest. Please show it to the court.
Oh shit, I think I'm getting pushed. Damn, you need any help? Yeah, bro, get over here. It's a full team. Alright, I'm coming over. Try to run. Ooh. Bro, stop looting. Get your ass over here. I'm not. I'm running as fast as I can. Bro, what the fuck?
I I rest my case. Has the jury come to a decision? We have, Your Honor. For the crimes of greed and negligence towards a friendly player, we find the defendant guilty. You snitch! Very well. The Baby Lover 69, for your help in the case, your time in the gulag will be reduced from 5 years to 18 months. But Stepsis 22, I'm sentencing you to life in the gulag as retribution for the life lost by your teammate. Adjourned. Wait, he didn't? Order in the court! There's no way they're winning this one. Castaway 420.
Castaway.
You stand accused of not pushing an enemy squad with your teammate. How do you plead? My client is guilty, Your Honor, but he had just reasoning for doing so. Just reasoning? Your Honor, I have video evidence of the crime that would surely convince you otherwise. Very well, let us see it. Gladly.
I got a Deddy, I'm pushing up. Wait, what? There's two? Cracked one? Bro. Down one? I'm out of ammo, bro, he's one shot! What do you do?
How could that be justified? If you could be so kind as to rewind the clip, I could show you. Keep going. There. Alright, this is ridiculous. There's nothing there. Exactly. Nothing. Including no callouts of any kind. How could my client have possibly known you were pushing a team if you hadn't said anything? Surely that would be considered justified. You bring up a very valid argument. Has the jury reached a verdict? We have, Your Honor. For the crime of teammate abandonment in the first degree, we find the defendant not guilty. Very well. Castaway 420, all charges have been dropped, you're free to go. Adjourned. Don't worry, he's got no proof. We can't lose. Order in the court. Perfect. Call him in. In the Deep 69.
What you know about?
You stand accused of dying from fall damage immediately after getting bought back. How do you plead? My client is not guilty, Your Honor. He was simply pushed by an enemy squad after landing. Your Honor, I have an expert who's analyzed the scene of the crime that may convince you otherwise. Very well. Please bring him in. I present Detective Mike Oxlong to the court. Mr. Oxlong has 2 PhDs in cod law and forensics and has just returned from conducting a full analysis on the body. Please, share with us what you've discovered. Of course. If we take a look at the body, there are 2 clear indications that suggest heavy fall damage. First, there seem to be no bullet holes, leaving blunt trauma as the most likely cause of death. But the biggest indication of fall damage are this player's ankles. Not just broken, but completely destroyed. Not even the sweatiest of players could manage to break someone's ankles that severely. You bring up some interesting points. Has the jury reached a verdict? We have, Your Honor. For the crime of money wasting in the first degree, we find the defendant guilty. Very well. In the Deep 69, I'm sentencing you to 5 years in the gulag without the chance of redeploy. Adjourned. Hold on, you did? Order in the court. This'll be easy. Miss the Rage 22. You stand accused of giving a terrible call-out resulting in the death of a friendly player. How do you plead? My client is not guilty, Your Honor. He provided adequate information of the enemy's whereabouts. Oh, please, Your Honor, I have video evidence of the call-out that proves far from sufficient. Very well, let us see it. Of course.
Yo, I'm getting lasered. I don't know where this guy is. Oh, I see him. He's over there. Where? What do you mean? Where the hell's over there?
You call that adequate? With the word choice alone, perhaps not. But we're forgetting one key piece of information. If we zoom into the evidence, we can see that my client had in fact put a ping on the enemy's location. He did? Surely a precise marker accompanied by both visual and audio cues would be more than sufficient. You bring up a very valid argument. Has the jury reached a verdict? We have, Your Honor. For the crime of fatal communication in the first degree, we find the defendant not guilty. Very well. Mr. Rage 22, all charges have been dropped. You're free to go. Adjourned. Don't worry, I've got a plan. Order in the court. He's going straight to the gulag for this one. Not that guy 35.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me.
You stand accused of stealing the loot of an enemy player eliminated by your teammate. How do you plead? My client is not guilty, Your Honor. He didn't steal anything. Oh, really? Your Honor, if I may, I would like to show the court a clip of what the defense deems not stealing. Very well. Let us see it. Gladly. How could that be anything but theft? Oh, it would be, had you not skipped past a key piece of the evidence. If you rewind the clip mere seconds earlier, we can see that my client had in fact participated in the elimination. Surely a player that significantly contributed to the elimination of an enemy has equal rights to the loot they possess. You make a very solid point. Has the jury reached a verdict? We have, Your Honor. For the crime of loot theft in the first degree, we find the defendant not guilty. Very well. Not that guy 35. All charges have been dropped. You're free to go. Adjourned. You're wasting your time. Order in the court. You disgust me. Activision. You stand accused of 7 counts of overpowered weapons, 15 counts of game-breaking glitches, 37 counts of enabling hackers and 56 counts of not giving a shit about your game. How do you plead? Guilty. What? You're pleading guilty to 115 crimes? Yep. In fact, I think you might have forgotten a couple. Let me see that. You do realize that these crimes account for multiple life sentences in the gulag. Is that supposed to scare me? Kinda. You don't understand, do you? What are you talking about? I'm Activision. I own Call of Duty. The gulag? I run it. This courtroom, the jury, and even all of you belong to me. And there's nothing, and I mean nothing, that you can do to stop me. Court adjourned. Hide the body.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Order in the court. I'm taking you down. I'm Justin 420.
Crack that Fortnite, my guy.
You stand accused of buying a self-res instead of your eliminated teammate. How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have irrefutable proof that I'm Justin did indeed buy a self-res over me. Very well, let us see it. Of course. Here is an image taken directly before I died. Notice the $4,000. And here's an image taken right after I started spectating I'm Justin.
Dude, you always do this.
Do what?
Your Honor, I have video evidence containing a key factor that my teammate left out.
Go on.
If we look at the clip, we can see that my teammate is still in the gulag when I purchased my self-res. Should I really be blamed for my teammate's inability to clutch up?
You bring up a very valid argument. Has the jury reached a verdict? We have, Your Honor. For the crime of teammate neglection in the first degree, we find the defendant not guilty. Very well. I'm Justin 420. All charges have been dropped. You're free to go. But trust me, we're not losing this. Order in the court. You're done for. Said she was 12.
She said she was 12.
You stand accused of giving misleading callouts in the gulag. How do you plead? My client is not guilty, Your Honor. Oh, please, Your Honor, I have undeniable proof that Said She Was 12 did indeed give me a terrible callout. Very well, let us see it. Gladly.
Yo, tell me where he is. He's going right. Bet. You sure? Yeah, he's on the right.
That's my left! I rest my case. Your Honor, I would like to present Exhibit B to the court. Go ahead. If we look at this screenshot taken by my client, we can see that from his perspective, the opponent was exactly where he had stated. Objection! How could I have possibly known which way my teammate was looking from? You both bring up some valid points. Has the jury reached a verdict? We have, Your Honor. For the crime of fatal miscommunication in the first degree, we find the defendant guilty. Very well. Said she was 12. I'm sentencing you to 10 years in the gulag without the chance of redeploy. Adjourn.